This is the Tumblr Autobot version 2.1.1, and I'm shooting this video because the old one is severely outdated. Many of the modules have been updated since then, and the bot itself has really evolved. So I wanted to show you guys what the new version of the Tumblr Autobot can do. If you haven't watched the account creator video first, I suggest you do that so that everything flows in order. And so the first thing we're going to do is open up the scraper that comes with the bot. And this scrapes posts and people. So we're going to scrape post to start. We're going to scrape 2 pages, set the speed on faster, and we're going to scrape some tags. There's a storm right now, so I'm going to do that and maybe fall. Where to save? Oops, scrape post.txt. And hit run. What this is going to do is it's going to go to Tumblr. It's going to choose the tag storm and search for it. It's then going to scrape 2 pages of posts, save them off, and then repeat for the keyword fall. And throughout this video I'm going to try and do everything kind of quickly because the last video is quite long, so I'm going to try and keep this one under 15 minutes if possible. Alright, so it's scraped and saved 40 posts. And if you put in 50 posts, 50 different keywords here, and you want to stop it halfway through, that's fine. After each tag is completed, it will save the file again. So let's do the same thing with people, except this time I'm only going to do 1 tag. Make sure you change the where to save file, or it's going to overwrite the last file. For the sake of speed, I'm only going to do 1 tag. Now with people, someone might post 5 times in a row, so it's very common to see say 15 people or 18 people show up here instead of 20. It's actually a lot less common to see 20 people, and we have 19, so it's still pretty good. So we had 40 posts and 19 people, and we can bring the people up here and see them. It will remove the duplicates automatically, that's why you get 19 instead of 20, and then you can see all the posts that scraped here. And I'm going to show you what to do with that later. So for now, let's just go to the main program. Now I'm not going to go over every last little thing because that's going to take way too long, but I'll do my best to at least touch base with everything. So first off, something I didn't explain in the account creator is you click on tools, then go to proxies. Here's where you can enter in your proxies. If you have public proxies, simply load them here. If you have private proxies, load them here without the username and password appended. You want to put those in here. So you don't need the username : password, because it won't work. You have to put them in here. Now with the CAPTCHAs, you click here, and there's 3 different CAPTCHA service accounts. And something I didn't cover in the account creator either. Excuse me. I had this unchecked as well in that video, so when you check it, it will automatically solve the CAPTCHAs. So that's cool. When you have many, like a whole file full of accounts that you created, you can upload them here and then click login, switch multiple accounts, and that's how you do it when you have several accounts. I'm going to do the manual login. If you want, you can hit clear cookies, and when you use proxies, you click proxy change. This will automatically clear the cookies, so there's no need to do both. I'm going to do manual login just for the sake of this video, because in the last video I created 1 account, so we're going to use that same account actually. Put the email in, put the password in, and just hit login. Now on each module there's an instructions button. You click that and it explains pretty much how everything works. As you can see, I already tried shooting this video a few times before now, but it got quite long, so I'm trying real hard to keep this one you know, to about 15 minutes or less if I can. So once you've logged in, this account manager tab is just for the login log out process. So let's go like some people. We'll pretend this is a fresh account because I mean it's still pretty fresh, but it has like some things. So let's choose the keyword. Let's do storm again. I'm trying to keep this PG. As you guys probably know, there's a lot of adult material on Tumblr, so I don't want that stuff popping up for you guys here. So let's like a few posts. Let's choose, I want to choose 3, and set the average delay to 3 and hit run. One of the updated modules is this one actually. You don't have to scrape the posts anymore and then go to each individual post and it takes forever. Instead, it's going to go right to the page and it's going to like them straight off the page. And I'll explain the average delay in a second here. So there we go. I'll just went and it liked the first 3 posts. Now let's do the same with follow. And it's going to scrape those people out, and then it's going to go directly to their follow page, and it's going to follow them from there. What the average delay is it's excuse me, I'm tongue-tied. It will take whatever variable you put in here, whatever number you put in here, and it will subtract 2 seconds for the minimum average, or for the minimum delay, and it'll add 2 seconds for the maximum delay. So if it's on 3 like it is now, it'll wait between 1 and 5 seconds after each person. So it's waiting now, and this one looks like it's more like a 5-second one. The next one might be like, say, a 1-second one, so it might be very quick. And that's just to make it look more human. And you'll see this in pretty much all the modules. On some of them it starts, well, in the reblogger it starts at 5, but we'll go over that later. So let's head on over to the unlike unfollow module. And we're just going to unlike 2 of the posts we just did. We'll set the average delay to 3, and then on the next one, when we unfollow people, I'll show you what happens when you raise the average delay. So there we go. It just unliked the first 2, and this is directly off the page again. So it's very quick, you know. I mean, that was just a few seconds, and we did 2. Imagine if you had to do 200. Obviously, you can make it go quickly, but if you're doing that many, you might want to raise the average delay. So let's pump it up to 7 and unfollow 2 people. So it did the first one, and now it's going to wait between 5 and 9 seconds. And it waited, and then it's going to wait between 5 and 9 again and complete the cycle and pop up and say we're finished. So let's go to the reblogger, and here's where we can use some of those posts we scraped earlier. So let's open up the scraped post. Now with the reblogger, the average delay starts at 5. Let's say 7 for now. Change the caption, change the photo URL. The caption is what it says underneath the photo that you're reblogging. Excuse me. And the photo URL is when they click the photo, that's the destination. So the caption's HTML, and the reason I did it like that is so that you can drop links. So here's an example: ahref equals, you know, quote. Let's do tumblr.com, and let's make the anchor text cool, because Tumblr's cool. Yeah, right. And then this is a spinnable photo URL, and oopsie. And I'll show you what that means in a minute here, but just bear with me for now. So I put it in Google and I put it in Yahoo, and we got everything loaded and hit run. So the photo URL that's spinnable, it will choose one of these. So you can put in 100, say, affiliate links if you wanted to, and it'll choose one of them randomly, which is really cool. So it's going to change the caption there. See, it was a link, and that one didn't have a photo URL, so obviously it can't change that. But let's say the next one does, it might change it to Google or Yahoo or something like that. So it's going to reblog this, change that caption again to a link that says cool, and then this one does have a photo URL. So I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to go to the dashboard, and we're going to look at the 2 posts we just reblogged, just so you get an idea of what's going on here. Now, it changed this, so if you click here, I think it changed it to Google, let's say, and then underneath it, it put the link cool. So you can obviously, this is powerful. I mean, you can, put affiliate links to Amazon or whatever you want to do with this. You can reblog posts and redirect them back to your homepage here, which is a good way to get extra traffic, because then people reblog that and then they don't change it, and so then you got people coming back to your homepage. There's lots of cool stuff you can do with that. So let's go to the Ask and Submit submitter, and this is a new module that's pretty cool. It'll submit to /ask or /submit, and those people that we scraped earlier, let me find that. You can use them in here, and there's something cool you can do, which I'll show you in a second. Okay, you need Notepad++, but what you can do, or you can do it a couple ways. You can do this with regular Notepad as well. You want to do like a find and replace. Let's say you can find and replace .com and replace it with .com/ask or submit if you want as well. So if you want to change that to /submit. And that's a quick way to get these URLs that you want to submit to or to ask to. Now, not all of these will be live links because you scrape the people and maybe they don't support people submitting to their blogs or not, but it's kind of like a cool trick so you don't have to scrape Google or anything. If you don't know anything about web scraping or like don't have Scrapebox or anything, then just do it this way to start. Maybe only 5 or 10 of these are gonna actually work, but it's a good way to get into it. I'm still working on a better solution for that, so that'll come in a future update. I guess we were basically gonna have to scrape Google, I think. But moving on, let me show you what this does. And these are very old URLs, so I don't know how many of them are gonna be live. I haven't tried them in a while. So the as text is spinnable, just like the URL. So if you wanna, and we're gonna do /ask first. So we're asking the person a question. So maybe I wanna ask them like, or tell them like cool blog. So I can do like cool or awesome or great, and then blog. And it will randomly choose one of these 3 words and then say blog. That way it's more random. So it's going to go to /ask and say awesome blog, and then the next one, maybe it'll say cool blog or great blog, or it's very possible I'll say awesome again, of course. So yeah, awesome blog. Let's try to get a different one here. I forgot, okay, there we go, great blog. I forgot, I'd used these posts earlier when I was shooting the video, so they do work. So now for the submit. Alright, I had to pause the video there for a minute, kind of screwed up. I had the what to do set on ask instead of submit here, and I was using my submit URLs and I was wondering why nothing was working. And obviously that's why. So with the submit, you load your submit URLs, make sure you choose submit, unlike me, and For the title, remember you're submitting a post. So for the title, you want to just keep in mind it's a post title. For me, I'm using promo URLs, so I'm promoting my own Tumblr blog. So I'd say like follow me, or I follow back or something, and that's spinnable. And the submit post is in HTML, so again you could drop links or do whatever. And you'll see I used a link here with the anchor text cool and in the page break, so it'll submit they'll submit a link that says cool, but it'll go to the Tumblr homepage. Now you can make it whatever you want. This is just an example, and I'm not explaining it very well, so I'm just going to hit run. So it's going to fill in the title, and then it's going to do the post. Now this happens in the background. This window doesn't go away, but you'll see that this checkbox here will check, and it is submitting it. See, your submission has been received. So just keep that in mind, that it doesn't quite look like it's submitting it, but it actually is. So, oh no, some of these are just ridiculous. They load so many different things. So you get the idea. It's just it's submitting to /submit.